Okay. Thank you. Our mission, Helping Parents Heal, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to assisting bereaved parents. Through support and resources offered, we aspire to help individuals become shining light parents, meaning a shift from a state of emotional heaviness to one of hopefulness and greater peace of mind. Helping Parents Heal goes a step beyond other groups by allowing the open discussion of spiritual experiences and afterlife evidence in a non-dogmatic way. Helping Parents Heal affiliate groups welcome everyone, regardless of religious or non-religious background, and encourage an open dialogue. Attendance at all Helping Parents Heal meetings is voluntary. All discussions that take place at affiliate-led meetings are confidential. We hope that participants will learn from and share with others. Zoom meetings run by Helping Parents Heal leadership are not confidential. These meetings typically feature guest presenters and are posted on YouTube so that affiliate members worldwide can watch and benefit. Neither type of Helping Parents Heal meeting is designed to replace traditional therapy or spiritual counseling. Helping Parents Heal offers a wide variety of speakers, allowing parents to learn about many possible ways to heal. This includes presenters covering progressive topics such as afterlife evidence and connecting with children who have passed. The views expressed by our guest speakers may or may not reflect the opinions of Helping Parents Heal leaders and members. So we ask that you take from their presentations whatever may benefit you personally.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. I will do a brief bio for Jennifer, and then I will turn the meeting over to Jennifer. Jennifer Brazier is an evidential medium who offers messages of happiness, healing, and hope for those grieving or suppressing the loss of a loved one. These messages offer the confidence needed to work through times of transition, confusion, and loneliness. She is a messenger from your loved ones, touching your heart and leaving you filled with inspiration, joy, and to experience the comfort that love never dies. Her goal in doing this work is to open minds and hearts that our soul is eternal and that our loved ones are at peace and are always with us. Her sessions offer you details, personalities, and shared memories of when your loved one was alive. Events that have occurred after their passing, along with glimpses of what potentially may occur in your life. Knowing that no one can predict your future, as this is left to your own free will. However, your loved ones will offer inspiration, encouragement, and hope on your life path. One-on-one sessions are offered in person in Seattle or via Skype or telephone. All have the same level of accuracy. You are offered the option, if you do have a reading with Jennifer, to record at no additional fee, and a recording will be sent via email as an MP3. And Kathy is going to put Jennifer's, or she has already, her website in the chat. So without further ado, welcome, Jennifer, and I'll turn this over to you.
Well, hello, and I am so excited and thrilled to be here. When Elizabeth reached out to me, I was like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. This is quite an honor. And I say this on a level of honor, is that being a medium and being able to share what our loved ones have to say is what a better format for this to occur. So I won't waste a lot of time talking about me, because I don't think anybody showed up here today to hear about me. But just a little bit of that. I am an evidential medium, and what that means is that I'll be giving evidence this afternoon or this evening for many of you. It could be names, it could be dates, it could be how they passed. I have no idea. It'll depend on the personality of those that are coming forward. Also, I can't guarantee that every single one of you are going to get a connection. I can't. I wish I could, but I can't. But I've always found that when I do a group like this, there's always going to be an overarching message from everyone. So as it was explained to you, is that if you start to understand, I'm going to give probably about, I don't know, maybe 3 to 8 or 10 bits of information. And after that, if you understand all of it, that's where you'll go ahead and you'll type in. If you only understand one of it, like maybe their name or one other detail, I want you to wait because I've asked your family, the kids, to be very specific today. I also asked for them to be unique. So let's just see what they're going to offer. But before I kind of jump into that, I've been doing this work for a while. When I say a while, honestly, it kind of blends together a good 14, 15 years. And in doing that, I truly am thrilled when I get to meet an individual that is coming to understand and to have an open heart and an open mind that there is the possibility that their loved one has survived. And that is really fulfilling for me on a level that it's really hard to explain. I have been doing one-on-ones, and I also have taught for a while. I also do mentoring, and most recently have been involved in a film project. And the name of the project is Past But Present. And it's a really amazing project that a crew follows me around to locations that I'm not quite sure where I'm at. Somebody brings me there. I just don't beam in. But I then have conversations with the history of that area, and it's just cool. We have finished 5 episodes. We're about to do 10. So if anybody's interested in knowing a little bit more, you can always jump on my website. My website's myname.com, and learn a little bit more about that. And also, if you're interested in participating, you can definitely look a little bit further into the Kickstarter that we have. Okay. I always find that when somebody meets with me to have their very first conversation with their loved one after they've passed, or maybe this is the 10th or 12th time they've been with me, is that they'll always in some level say, how can I just work with them? How do I know they're around? Are they giving me signs? What are they doing? And if any of you ponder those questions, or any of you have those questions, there's a couple little simple things that if I can offer to you, and if you decide, you absolutely can use them. You don't always need to have a medium. A medium is somebody that has built the muscles, if I want to say, and stretched their senses and their abilities to be able to understand. Are we unique? Not necessarily. We have just dedicated our life to this. But each one of you, I know you want to hear from your child, your loved ones. I know that because I do too. And there's just a couple simple things to do. Number one is hydrate. Keep yourself hydrated. And that's with water. Alcohol is not going to be the go-to if you are wanting to know that your loved one's around. I don't know the exact numbers, but we're between 73, 78% water. And when we are not hydrated, we're not at our best. And so when we're grieving, or we're stressed out, or we have anxiety, water is going to be what grounds you. So when we connect with our loved ones, it is going to be a soul connection. And with the soul connection, it is through energy. And energy happens through our thoughts, through our words, and through our actions. So just thinking about your loved ones, they are aware that you're doing that. If you talk about them, they're aware of that. If you do something in their honor, they're also aware of it. If you are pleading and begging, going, where are you? Why don't I know you're here? More than likely, you're not going to hear from them. I don't understand exactly why, but it needs to come from a level of love and having an open heart. And when we're pleading and begging, and when we're in the throes of needing and wanting, our energy is not as clear. Now, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really elaborate on that, but this is what I have learned, and I have found out that even if I'm not in a good place and I'm not hydrated and I'm not grounded, this is really hard work to do. It sometimes doesn't work. So also, when I was talking about water, the biggest conduit for energy is what? Water. So sitting by a lake, a river, the ocean, a pond, a waterfall, and thinking about your loved one and talking to them, what a better way for them to connect with you. Also, having an open mind and an open heart. And also not suggesting, I need this, I want this. Let them know I'm ready. I'm open to receiving information from you. I'm open to knowing that you're around. And when you do that, it makes it so much easier for them to show up. They may not show up how you think. They're not going to come walking in your room. You may not hear them. More than likely, 90% of the time, I'm going to say, is that you will feel them or sense them. And you will sense that feeling of love and connection and familiarity. So when you do feel that, and you are aware that your loved ones are around, and it may be when you're combing your hair or vacuuming your rug or driving somewhere, and you sense that and feel that with them, tell them to get stronger, move closer. Sometimes I even tell them, just sit with me. Let me just sit on me. They will never cause you pain. They will never hurt you. They're not going to do anything to scare you unless you had a child that thought they were funny. And that's what they're doing, is trying to make you giggle and laugh again. They're not here trying to scare you or to harm you or hurt you. We tend to do that ourselves by thinking something is bad or negative or filled with fear. Where our soul goes when it leaves this physical world is nothing but love, calm, peace. And know that every single soul that leaves this world, and that's including animals, is greeted. And it's greeted by someone that they would know or they would feel comfortable with, to let them know that they have survived. There is no pain, zero pain, when our souls leave this physical world. It's us that are here in the physical. We're the ones that feel the pain and assume the guilt. You know, I could go through the list of them. You all know, you could probably list them for me. But that pain that we push onto ourselves is not what your child has went through. And I say this over and over, the thousands and thousands and thousands of loved ones that have come through the spirit world, they are here to let us know, hey, you're in a temporary place, the physical world, Earth. It's temporary. While you're there, have fun. Surround yourself with people that make you happy and joyful, and do things from your side of the world that brings purpose. So if any of you are like, I don't know what to do next, I don't know what to do, breathe. Just breathe, hydrate. And then also start having those conversations in your mind with them. Talk out loud. Do things in their honor. And I'm talking even when they are not, set a place at the table for them. Make your favorite food for them. Bring their clothes out. And if any of you ever struggle with this, that you don't feel you should talk about your child anymore because other people around you don't want to hear anymore about this, continue talking about them. Keep talking, keep saying their name, keep sharing memories, and keep talking about them. If those people can't handle it, then they can walk away. This is about your healing, and this is about you finding the solace and the calm and the comfort of knowing that you will survive and you will be reunited with your child again. And then there's always the question of, why did they leave? Why? Why did this happen? Why? And many of you may have that answer, but there's so many of us that don't know why. We will not have that answer while we're here in the physical. We won't. We will only drive ourselves into a place of near insanity by asking, how could this have happened and why did this happen? But if you can turn that question into why did this happen into how can I honor them? How can I honor their personality? How can I honor who they were when they were here? Our loved ones don't want us to remember how we died. They want us to remember how we lived. And that is what today I'm going to share, is asking the children. And I know we think about the word children, we think of, I think of small person. These children could be older, and they may have children themselves. But as you parents have gathered together in this very beautiful community of healing and being support for each other, know that you are not alone. You have each other, but you also need to lean on the possibility and the truth They have survived. So as I get ready to start here, is I have to tell just a little brief, little funny thing here is like moments before I clicked on, I ran to go get some more water. And as I ran, or I walked out the door, something fell in my office where I'm at. And I'm like, I wonder where it fell. There's nothing around me. And a book randomly fell off of my bookshelf. And so as I grabbed the book and I was like, oh, instead of like grabbing it and going, oh, but was I walking fast or heavy or did I hit it? I know I didn't, but I picked up the book, and the book, the title of it was Spirits Playing. And it's a magazine, by the way, not a book. And I was like, how did that even come out? And how? So even I get stumped. But those are the little signs to let us know that they're around and that they're ready. So earlier today, I was thinking about all of you this evening and having the conversation with your loved ones. And I got to tell you, the cutest thing started appearing for me. It's like, and I want you to all go back to when you were in elementary school or back in your school days, and they'd have us all line up to go out to recess, or we're all going to go into the gymnasium. I've got all these kids, all different ages. Some of them are really tiny. Some of them are being held, but I've got all these, I know they're kids. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is pretty phenomenal. So I've asked your loved ones, your kids, that if they can come in one at a time, but you know what? No one listens to me because I'm just their voice. So they may come in 2 or 3 at a time. And if that happens, I'll figure it out. Let me figure it out. Don't you all worry that, okay, I know this or know that. I'll peel through it. You'll watch me do it probably. Just the most important thing is if you can take all of the information that the child is sharing with me, I want you to make sure that you communicate. And if you aren't sure how to use your chat, this is a time that you got to figure out how to work that little chat. Okay. Got to take a. So I know I have a girl with me. Immediately she came forward and she said her name is Belinda. And I say Belinda, but she may be Melinda, Belinda or Melinda. And as she comes forward, she is, oh wow, she's showing me as a little girl, but I feel like she passes when she's probably in her 20s, and I'm going to go to early 20s. She's bringing me to her chest, so I know that there is some sort of accidental passing with Melinda or Belinda. There's something before Linda, Belinda, that this young lady is coming for. Oh, she's a little sassy one too. So when I use that word, I can tell you that she's got a strong opinion on life and how she lives life and what she wanted and what she was going to do with her life. So I'm going to stop for a second and just check with Kathy. Is there anybody that can just take those or very unique bits? Is anybody able to pick that, take any of that?
Not yet. We have it in the chat right now.
Okay, so I want to go back to Belinda or Melinda, and I know that I've given a name, and even the name, if everything else fits but the name, and it happens to be your name or her sister's name or something, that's all right, because she's threw the name right at me, and she is like, I also know that she is very impatient with me. She's like, just get going. So I know that when she was here, she would have said, okay, I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting. Again, I want to feel, I'm getting the feeling that she is, I know I'm bringing you into the 20s. I'm in my early 20s here, I feel with her, is that she's still establishing schooling and going into her career. And I know that this is an accident that took her life. And I know that it has something to do with the front of her physical body. She's also talking about somebody else being with her when this event happens. And I do believe this other person survived. So is her mother here? Because she's yelling, my mom's here. My mom's here.
So
if I still get no's, that's all right. I'll keep going. But she's just like, I mean, I'm on the fast train with her.
okay. Yeah, someone said that the person on the meeting tonight, her middle name is Belinda, but she does not have a daughter that has passed. So
okay, so no, this is a person that's passed, and I know that there is association with the name Belinda or Melinda, Linda. She keeps bringing it into it. I also I almost feel like she had some musical connection with her. And when I say that, I feel like I want to sing. I feel like she had she liked to sing. I don't know if she really had a good voice, but she may have had the opportunity to be in some sort of choir, or, oh, she keeps bringing me back to, she's telling me I'm wrong. I'm like, okay. Yeah,
We have one person who, her daughter passed at age 22 in an accident, and Sandra's middle name is Belinda. So the mom is on, the mom has had a daughter pass. Would you like to speak to her?
Yeah, let's talk with, yeah, I'd love to speak with her. Let's just see if,
I've just asked her to unmute.
okay, wonderful.
Hi.
And what's her?
Hi,
what's her first-
Sandra.
Hi, my name
Sandra.
is Janice, actually, because I'm with Sandra. We have two moms watching together.
Wonderful.
And your name is?
Janice Belinda.
Janice Belinda.
Janice.
Hello. So just so that I can just kind of go over some details with you, do you understand do you understand everything that I'm receiving from this girl?
Yes, even when she corrected you that she loved music, but she didn't sing.
Okay. And would you understand that that she passed in an accident, that this is an accident? And was there somebody else that also survived from this?
Yes.
Please know that, oh, she just sat with me. And I know that when I say that she sat with me, she's not like sitting next to me. She is jumping on me. She is like, and it's you that she's doing it to. And oh my gosh, she is like pulling your hair. And so I must ask you, have you done something different with your hair? Because she's talking to that. It needs to get longer. She goes, Mom, why are you keeping it so short? I need. She is saying, Mom, you need to grow it out. And she's also talking about, what are you doing with the earrings? So I don't know if you're wearing some earrings today, or you took some earrings out, or you lost the earrings, but she's talking about, I know where the earrings are at. You need to have the earrings on. So this could be a pair of her earrings. Do you understand that with the earrings?
Yes.
And I'm gonna thank you. She says, Mom, she says, Mom, I love you to the moon and back. She's also showing me stars, like I'm looking up into the sky, and I know that she's looking through your eyes, and I know that you're looking up at the sky at night and you're talking to her, because she says, Mom, I'm right next to you. I'm not up in the sky. And she's kind of, I gotta tell you, sassy is a good word for her, but she's like wanting to correct you a little bit, like, I'm not up there. I'm right here. She says, Mom, thank you for everything that you did for me. Because I know you've asked yourself so many times in your head, what would I want? How would I want this? How should I do this? And she says, you know me better than I know myself, because I would have second guessed everything. And I have to tell you that you made it perfect for me. Thank you. She's also talking about, was she cremated? Would you understand cremation? And would you, are we in a place that we're not sure completely what we are going to do with her?
Yes.
And she says, Mom, let's travel. We're traveling. And she says, we're going to water. We're going to go somewhere where it's warm. And she's showing me in a bathing suit. And she says, who cares what we look like? And she's talking about you. She says, we are going to enjoy ourselves. We are going to be cute. And she says, Mom, you've got to let the body image go. And this is a woggle to you. She's like, you got to stop this. You're beautiful. If people could truly know how beautiful you were inside, people would be fighting to be your child or to be your friend. She says, I'm the lucky one. And she says, Mom, I need you to know I chose you to be my mom. You didn't choose me. I chose you because I knew what I needed while I was going to be here would come from you. Please take her love, my dear. She's also talking, she's not ready to step back. She's also talking about a book. So are you compiling information to create a book or write a book on her behalf, or about her communication, or about your story? Do you understand that?
Oh my God. Yeah. My husband and I just 2 days ago, we have an idea of writing a book about her.
She says, you're going to write the book. The book's going to be great. And she says, make sure you get good pictures of me. use the pictures where I look, and she's like showing me like doing some poses. So I don't know if she did like some modeling poses or I don't know, but she really wants that side of her personality that's so vivacious and outgoing to be shown. So yes, 2 thumbs up on the book. And I also feel like there'll be something additional besides the book that you'll be involved in with her. And I don't know if this is some sort of awareness campaign, if you're already on it or already doing it on her behalf.
Not yet, yeah.
So please, thank you so much for allowing me to meet your beautiful daughter.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Lou.
That was
Thank-
amazing. And Janice, please write to Elizabeth if you'd like to be part of the newsletter with the validations. You know, it could just be simple, elizabeth@helpingparentsheal.org, but that was amazing, Jennifer. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you to that beautiful Melinda. I mean, she's the one. The kids are all in line. That girl was so sassy. She came up to the front of the line and cut in front. Impatient. So, so I do know that I have a mail with me now, and I do know the mail is bringing me, he's letting me know I've got a bunch of guys with me. So I don't know if he's going to be the spokesperson, but I have a mail here, and I must tell you that I feel like I am in my late, I got a younger guy here, so I feel like I'm still in my teens. And, but I may be I may be also going into like 20. I'm right in there. And I know that this guy is coming for, he's showing me what he looks like. I'm asking his name. I just heard the name Clark. Clark could be his first name. It could be a middle name, or it could be a last name. Clark could be somebody's name here. But as he uses that name, I know that his passing is done. It's very quick and very fast. And his passing is not done at, he's taking responsibility for this. And I do believe that he overdoses. He takes, he's taken something and he overdosed accidentally on this. Wow, he's vibrant with me too, because he's got, he needs to talk about this. I'm just gonna stop. Is anybody able to understand right out of the gate, this young man?
Nobody has typed anything in yet.
Okay, I know I used the word Clark, and it could be Clark County. It could be because he's now kind of like pushing that to the side a little bit. Could have been the school he went to, but there is an association with the name Clark. God, I haven't had that name in a long time, but Clark. And he's
Okay,
talking.
well, we have a Nancy Clark who is on, and she said
Okay.
possibly, but and Melissa said Clark County.
And
She
So,
said
but-
she lives in Clark County.
Melissa
So
said,
do either of these ladies that can associate Clark, do they have a son that is in the spirit world that passed from an overdose?
Melissa Clark and Nancy Clark are both saying yes.
They both have a son. And it doesn't, this may be coming in for both of them. And so I'm going to have them, and this may be unique, but I'd like to bring them both in. And I have the feeling, like I said, the young man told me he's got other people with him. So I feel he has at least 2 or 3 people. So this may be something even unique for me. I may bring couple different parents through, because I mean, children through as I'm looking at all of you.
Okay, I've asked Nancy Clark to unmute. And then Kathy, who is the other person?
Melissa K.
Melissa K. Okay.
I'm looking for her.
Nancy and Melissa. I think there's another person. I just heard there's another mom. My mom's here. So I got Nancy and I have Melissa.
I just asked Melissa K to unmute.
Okay, great.
So let's just go with, so we have Nancy and Melissa.
Yes.
Hello, ladies.
Yes. Hi. Hi.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh, I absolutely know I'm with one of you. Whoa. Okay. So just a yes or no. I'm going to ask you, Melissa, first. Are you able to take all the information that I shared about your son?
Yes.
And Nancy, are you able to take all this information?
Yes, he was actually had just turned 21. So
That's
he
all
was
right.
close in age.
That's all right. I mean, I know that I'm up in the teens and just about to click into 2020. I'm right there.
Yes, yes.
So I also, as we start to talk here, I say this, Kathy, I know I told you I was gonna put you through the ringer, but there's I'm gonna go a little bit further and someone else is gonna pop in. So I'm just letting all the rest of you know out there that by chance you're like, oh my gosh, I'm starting to take all this information. And it needs to be exact. So I'm also hearing the name Jackson or Jack or Jackson. And I know that Jackson also passed from an overdose. Jackson may not be able to, or Jackson may not, and I'm saying like J-A-X. That may be how he spelled it, or Jackson. So Nancy or Melissa, do you understand the Jackson or Jax?
No.
Okay.
No, not that I can think of right
Okay,
now.
I don't think it's for either one of you. I do believe that this is for somebody else here, but I'm just going to keep going on here. So I know that this young man that's coming forward, and I know Melissa, I'm with you first. And Melissa, he says, Mom, and he grabs your shoulders and it's like he leans into you and he's like pressing your shoulders in and he's like looking at you and I can feel his breath touching my face. And he says, it's really me. It's really me. And he's also trying to say, yes, it was me. I know that you've had a situation that you thought that you either saw him or you looked around and he was there. He goes, it's me. He says, he's being funny because he goes, I don't want to creep you out. Also, he's talking about his bedroom. Is his bedroom still in the exact same state that it was?
Yes.
He's also talking about, and I'm going to use the word shrine, but you've created something that it is just about him and for him. And do you have coins placed around this? Are you putting coins out there?
I do. Yeah.
And are these coins that you are finding in random places? He says, Mom, you got to know that they're not random. They are not just falling out of the sky. I'm putting them in front of you to let you know I'm with you. He's also, and I know this is like he's giving you advice, so please just realize that it's coming from your son, but he says, Mom, it's time for the job to stop. So are you, whatever your current employment is, he's saying it's time for you to get out of this. It's time for you to get into something else that's going to make you happier. You can challenge me and go, no, I love my job. But he's saying, Mom, no, you don't need this added stress. You need to focus on healing you and focusing on what you need to become better. I know we use the word self-care and wellness, but he may be your little boy, but he wants to take care of you.
That makes sense.
And he's also saying, I can't say sorry enough because it doesn't mean anything anymore. He says, it wasn't meant to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. And because it did happen, everybody's changed. And he says, because of that change, now it's as if life isn't normal anymore. He says, Mom, I need you to know that normal happens again. I won't be there physically. I'm going to be there to give you. And he's like whispering in your ear to give you what you need to do. Oh, he is electric with me too. He's also bringing me to Christmas. And he's hanging lights or putting lights. It's like I'm overdoing too many lights on a tree or two. It's like making it kind of gaudy. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Are you the one that overdoes Christmas or is it him?
We all did that. We love Christmas. It's our favorite. So we do.
And he is talking about this up and coming Christmas that we're going to be walking into soon. He says, Mom, I want you to have the best Christmas. And if it's having a special tree or a special ornament or doing something just for me, everybody will get it. It's all right. And again, I know I said this earlier, keep talking about him. And wherever you work, if they are poo-pooing you that you can't talk about this or they're not looking at you anymore or people are ignoring you or not having that one-on-one with you, that's not good for you. Do you write music or who's the guitar person? Who writes the music?
His brother plays guitar.
Okay, and did he write a song for his brother?
I don't think he has. Well, he's very private. He may have and not told me, but.
He's thanking him. So I feel he's already created something or he's done something special for him and he is encouraging him. And I do feel like his brother's got, I never like to say somebody's gifted, but I do feel like he's got talent that he needs to expand on. And if it's taking lessons, but definitely getting into it.
Okay.
Also, he's talking about the animals. So did he leave a dog behind? Does he have a dog that was his dog?
Well, we have 2 dogs now, but we got them after, but we did have a dog that passed away that's no longer.
Okay, and how he's saying is the dog that was his dog, or maybe it's our dog. He's wants you to know that they've been reunited. So just know that he's spending time with animals. So I know that he must have had a huge heart for animals and just love them. He's showing me a picture of a cow. I don't know what that's about, but he showed me a cow. Oh boy. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you for allowing me to give him a voice, and know that he's with you and he loves you. But it's time for you now to take care of you.
Thank you so
Okay?
much. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Nancy, so your son kind of feels a little, his energy kind of shifted on me a little bit there. And it's interesting, you guys, because I got to tell you that I'm getting this huge feeling with music tonight. And I feel also with your son is that he's got an attachment to, and I'm gonna call it like old time rock and roll. And I'm older and I love my old time rock and roll, but I feel like your son would have really been immersed into that and kind of understood that old soul music. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I think so. And me and my husband are also interested in that too. So that might be another connection.
Do you collect vinyls? Do you know what I mean by vinyls?
Yes, we do have some in the house. Yes, definitely.
So he's talking about the vinyls, Mom, and he says you need to go back and you need to like look at them and go through them. There's going to be something that is going to be askew, such as one of the albums may be upside down. I mean, not the album upside down, but the album cover is going to be upside down. Or he's letting me know that he's doing things to get your attention. Not just your attention, but I feel like he's also, do you have a cat and a dog?
We have a dog right now. We have had cats in the past.
Okay, so he's talking about cat and a dog, but he's talking about he's still able to get the attention of the dogs in the house or the animals in the house.
And bunnies,
And-
we have 2 bunnies.
Oh, and you have bunnies. Okay. And I say this because, it's energy that they connect with. And our animals don't filter it through our head. Like, am I making this up? Is this real? Am I tired? Am I stupid? This has got to be crazy. Our animals are so open that all I want is love and to be cuddled and to be touched and to be fed and to poop. So he's just talking about, he's definitely letting the animals know that he is in the room. He spends a lot of time. A lot of time with you in the living room. He's bringing me into the living room, not bedrooms, living room. So I don't know if he did not live in your home, but he would come and visit. But he's letting me know that he's sitting on like a side of the couch. It's like everybody has their place, and he has his one area that he sits in. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I spend a lot of time in the living room now too. So I feel, him around me.
Wonderful. He's also mentioning that there's an up and coming trip that you're going on. There's an up and coming adventure journey that you're going to go on. I feel like this isn't just you alone, that I don't know if it's you and Dad or you and somebody else, but he says, I'm going with you. Just know I'm going to be there, and you're going to have really unique. Oh, and he's showing me a menu. So you must be ordering something off of the menu. And when you do, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I know he'd love this. I know he would eat this. This would be what he would want. So do you have a trip planned in the near future?
Well, we take like day trips, not a long trip, but a short.
Okay.
Just like a
I
short
use the
day.
word journey. He said, I'm not sure if this is I'm not sure where you're going, but he's just saying that you're going to go somewhere. I do know that you're in a restaurant, and I don't feel like it's an upscale restaurant. I feel like it's just, definitely, and definitely, I don't know, I want to say like a diner, but that's not the word I want to use. And he says, when you pick up the menu, there's something that's going to catch your eye. So please know that what happened to him on that day, and has this been a while since he's been passed? I mean, we're talking I'm talking maybe 10, 12, 15 years.
It's been 5, a little over 5.
5. Have you lost another child?
No, but my mom passed in the interim since he passed, so that we were very close. And
With your,
pets, we have a
with
big
your,
pet connection.
okay. Well, just know that as your son is with me, I feel like he's bringing another male in with him. And I feel like this could have been a friend of his. It could have been somebody else that was in his circle of friends that also passed. And he says, we're together. We're together. And I know you asked about your mom. He just said to me, and it's kind of funny because he's not a loud kid. He's not loud. He is kind of reserved and I would say kind of shy. And he says, Mom, you're not going to believe this. And he's talking about where he's at. And he's letting me know that he's absolutely healthy. And he's talking about his mind. And he reaches his hands up in the air and he points to his head. So I know that he must have suffered from some sort of depression or anxiety. And he just says, I'm well. He says, I love you. Know that I'm with you and I'm always going to be with you. And he, again, play the music. I feel like when you are listening to music, you are going to know your boy is with you.
He gives
you,
me
Nancy.
a lot of signs. He gives me a lot of music signs.
Wonderful. Keep talking to him. Let him know. Play that music. Sing along to it. Maybe even dance a little bit. He just laughed and he says, don't tell her to dance.
I was just doing that the other day. I was just dancing to music. So
Good. It's good for your soul. Dance. Dance.
I'm sure he saw it.
Thank you, Nancy. And thank you, Melissa. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. That was amazing.
Thank you. Oh. Wow, I'm just kind of excited here because I'm getting so many names today, and sometimes I don't. I'm hearing the name Peggy, Peggy, and I'm curious if this isn't related to like a song. So I don't know. Here we are again with music. Guys, I don't always just bring through music. So realize that these kids are definitely attuned, no pun intended, from the spirit world, but they're also, they're just joyous in the sense that, you know, I just want to say, have you ever been in a concert or been in an arena and everybody starts singing and you could feel the music within your entire body? It kind of like rumbles inside of you, that feeling. That's how I feel. It's like, it's just goosey, you know, that tingling feeling. So I want to
We
go
do
back
have
to,
a mom on tonight named Peggy.
we do have Peg. Okay, let me just see if I got a little bit more details with Peggy. So I'm also getting that I got a male. So I have a male coming forward, giving the name Peg or Peggy. I also feel with what I'm getting here is there's some sort of farm connection. Now, let me kind of elaborate with that because I don't know if I'm living in the country. This is not a city situation. I feel like Peggy or Peg would understand that I'm talking about rural. It may even be farmland, but there is a connection that he is talking about. Oh, wow. We're also, I'm ready for him. Does anybody, do we have a Peggy or anybody that understands? I've got a young male. I need to find out how he passed. Oh, he's just sitting in a chair with his legs crossed looking at me. I'm like, well, let me hear a little bit more about you. He just said Simple Simon. So I know this has to do with playing games. And I know that he would have been really big at playing the games, but he's also telling me that he cheated a little bit. So it's kind of given his personality of what he did. He's letting me feel I've got something going on in my body. So this is not an overdose. I do feel like I've got some sort of illness that's taking this man's life. And I do feel that this isn't like a young youth. This is somebody that I want to go past my 20s. I may even be into my upper 20s or even to early 30s. He keeps pushing me with the calendar. Oh, I also know that he smoked a little bit. I'm tasting the smoke. It may be marijuana, it may be cigarettes. I know that he smoked. Can anybody take any of those details before?
I don't know. Peggy, do you have a son that has passed? Can you type that in the chat, please?
Peggy.
Mary has raised her hand.
What
Okay.
does Mary understand?
I don't know, Mary, can you please type in the chat what you can take?
You guys will find out I get kind of impatient, and it doesn't have anything to do with you guys. I just get that way because they're going so fast with me. So I apologize if I get a little.
Okay, so Peggy had a daughter that passed. Mary
no, this
just
is
said
son.
that. Okay. Mary just said her son, I guess, smoking, but
This is the smoker's son, but also is there a connection with Peggy? Does she understand like farmland? And it could be the Midwest is what I'm being given here.
Mary, can you take any of that?
Okay, who just
Mary lives in a farm. Mary lives in a farm.
So not that I'm trying to push anything along here, but Mary, did you lose a son? And do you understand an illness with him? And do you understand that he would be probably past his 20s, maybe into his 30s, smoked? Some sort of gaming.
She's saying yes.
She does.
Yeah,
I
she's
like
saying
to
yes.
talk
So
to
I'm going to
Mary.
ask her to unmute.
Okay,
Hi,
thank
Mary.
you.
Can you unmute?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Mary. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You know what the first thing I heard is that he just said, "Mom, it's me."
I know.
And he says to me, he's holding out his hand and he says, "You're going to feel my hand in your hand right now." So it's almost like squeezing on to hold on to let you know this is real. He needs to talk about you must have some questions that things are unfinished with his with what he needed to have accomplished with his life, such as, I don't know if there's paperwork or there's something that was hasn't been finished. Do you understand that? I don't know if I explained that well.
Yes, I understand.
You do understand this, and this is this legal paperwork or paperwork that you are doing on his behalf that you've had to do?
Paperwork and other things, but I'm dealing with such a grief. So every time I get so emotional, I haven't done anything serious and I have to do all these things. So I'm procrastinating, which is not good.
You know what? It's all right. He's saying you can procrastinate. He says, but what I'd love you to do, Mom, is to delegate. Ask someone for help. And if you're worried about you don't have the money and you don't know how to find this, he says, let me help you. All you need to do is say, I need some help with this. He will be able to provide you with the resource. And I don't know if it's money is from heaven. I don't know that. Or if it's just going to be somebody that wants to help you. And it may be even somebody that's in the community that you can post online to say, hey, I've got to do some stuff. I don't know where to start. He says that is the last thing that you are to be worried about. He's also showing me some keys. And he's like dropping them into your hand. So are you also dealing with did you have to deal with his house or his car or dealing with something with keys attached to him?
I can't.
You can tell me no, it's all right, because I can misunderstand.
I don't recall anything regarding.
Okay, that's all right, because he's handing the keys. And so I'm just going to leave it at that. I do feel like it's associated with something that was his and you have to sell it, get rid of it, or give it away. And I feel like it's something that you would go, well, there's some money in this, or who would want this? It's not going to be like a baseball hat or a pair of shoes. This is something that's big. And you do understand.
Yes, there is a car. I was supposed to give it to him. So it's sitting out there. I don't need it. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to sell it. That's why I was thinking to give it away. So I have
know that
to do.
He doesn't care if you sell it or you give it away. He wants the burden to be off of you. If somebody can benefit by having that vehicle, he says, Mom, give it to them, because they get to use it. and they'll benefit from it. If you need the finances, he says, sell it. He also is talking to you. Did you just most recently like lose a ring, misplace a ring, jewelry? He's showing me like a necklace. Are you wearing his ring? Do you have a ring of his on?
No, he didn't have a ring.
So just know that he's talking about a ring, and I do feel like this has to do with your ring, is that, I don't know, if you take it off, you're washing your hands and you misplace it, just give it a day or two, you'll find it. And this may not be something that you wear every day. It may be something that you have and you pulled it out to wear it for an occasion. You're like, oh my God, where's it at? Please don't panic. I do feel like he's trying to prove to you that he can do things far beyond what you think he can do, where he's at. He says, Mom, I also need you to know I'm in no pain. You need to know, and he's giving me the muscles. So I know was he a wrestler, or did he, when he was younger, did he play sports?
Yes.
Because he's letting me know that he's back to his fighting weight. So I know that he must have lost some weight, because he's telling me I'm starting to work and I'm starting to become strong again. He says, thank you for everything that you did. And he says, specifically, sitting with me when I know you were exhausted and tired, and I know you wanted me to eat more. He goes, Mom, it wasn't that I didn't like your food and I didn't like what you're giving. I just didn't want it anymore. And he says, Mom, I know that you have a way of feeding everyone's soul and everybody's heart with food. He says, I know that it wasn't disrespectful that I didn't take it. He says, please do something for yourself that helps other people. And if this is talking in a group, are you going to some sort of grieving group other than Helping Parents Heal?
Some groups on Facebook.
This is in person, Mary. He's talking about you need to be in person with someone. You're going to create a friendship and a community, and something that's going to absolutely give you the strength to start to release some of this heaviness that you're holding on to. Okay? I don't know what that is. You can ask him a little bit more, or maybe do a little research, a little due diligence on finding out what's in your area. Definitely going to help you. Please know that where your son is at right now, he's also leaning down and he's tying his shoes, tennis shoes, and he's tying them again and tying them again. So I don't know if he had a double knot thing. I feel like he's tying, it's like tennis shoes from, I forgot the name of what they're called. They got the, oh gosh, somebody would need to tell me what the name of the shoes are. But he's wearing the Converse, and he is tying them up. So I know that he's showing me when he was younger and he was more vibrant and he was full of energy and health. He says, Mom, I want you to remember me then and how I was when I gave you so much trouble. Quit thinking that I'm still like that. I'm not like that. When I left my physical body, I left that all behind. I'm so happy where I'm at right now. He is absolutely, I would call him an earth angel. When he was here on this earth, he must have helped a lot of people.
He had a big heart.
He has a very kind heart, very huge soul. He told me, he goes, I'm a lot like my mama. He says, don't tell anybody that. He's laughing because he wants to be macho. Mary, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Coming forward and allowing me to give him a voice today. Know that he loves you. And he's encouraging you to find that community, to find that voice with someone else, okay? Thank you, my dear.
Thank you.
Jennifer, that was beautiful. And we're just coming up on the end of the hour.
Okay.
That was amazing, really, honestly, amazing. And please, anyone that did get a reading tonight, write to Elizabeth, send a picture of your child. She'd love to put it in the newsletter. So if you'd like, just take a couple of minutes, some closing thoughts, and tell people how they can contact you. And we'd love to have you come back again. I hope you will.
I would love to come back. I would love to come back. And just a little piece is that as soon as Mary turned off her video, a picture of her son came on. I was just touched. So Mary, I don't know if you're still there, but your son's absolutely gorgeous, good looking. Man. You can follow me on my Facebook, or excuse me, you can get a hold of me through my website, and through there I've got Facebook and all the social media fun things. It's my name, jenniferbrazier.com, Jennifer Brazier Medium through Facebook. I would really be thrilled if you all just kind of jumped onto the film that they are creating around the work of, how I'm just stopped because I don't know how to put it into words, showing the truth that there is an afterlife, and that no matter if you've been gone for 1 hour or 100 years, we still have a voice. It's called Past But Present. And we've got an incredible Kickstarter going on right now. And I would love for y'all to go in there and see if you'd be interested in anything that we've got out there. You could be a part of this film, or you could be a part of representing and sharing what you know about the afterlife. So I send my love to all of you. I do look forward to coming back. And
Yes, I will
please-
have Elizabeth contact you with some dates. That would be wonderful.
Okay. Thank you all. May you all have a wonderful evening, okay? Get some rest.
Yes, so please everyone unmute and say thank you and
Thank
good
you.
night. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
thank you.
Thank you.